And stream, we're live. Well, not yet. I don't see anything over here. It's still dark. We're still in the dark. Any minute, any day now. I'll move this way. Hey there, welcome back, guys. We're live. 3D print of the week. We've got a good one for you. A nice fidget. I was able to find. I'm still going to do this one, but I'm not this week because this is a multiple print and I have to be here and I have a lot going on this week. So I'm not going to be able to be here for when we do this one, which is really cool. But we're going to be doing this one in another color. This one actually belongs to my daughter. So can't have it. But who knows? Maybe the one that will be printed we can give away. So without any further ado, let's get started. Hope everyone's having a good week. Great seeing you guys the other day. Mark Bay, Brian. Oh, actually, we don't have to ask him. Oh man, actually, I don't. I was gonna say, we'll just look at his channel. I have to find his channel. Oh, the something lab. What was it? Similar to lab creation. I'll wait for him to come back. But I can't wait to hear what he has to share. You know, the videos and stuff with his drone. Actually, I can go back to one of the other live streams and then just look at the chat and go to his channel from there. Anyway, on that note, I should bookmark it somewhere. Anyway, we don't have a bookmark, but that's okay. He'll be back. So without any further, I was busy today in the yard doing some stuff, just doing the cleanup. We don't have a landscaper. Luis is the landscaper. We'll just close there. Go get rid of that. Get rid of that. Looks like I ran out of space. Oh, we got another new drone coming. A new drone, which is phenomenal. I can't wait. The folks at Beta FPV are sending it. I just wrote back to them because remember they owed me money. It's like, and I don't have a PayPal account, and I have no plans of opening up a PayPal account. And I told them that many times, and then finally, they're gonna transfer the credits into a drone, which is really cool. Which do you see, DJI? I'm worthy of it. DJI, if you're watching, let me see what drone they're sending. Hold on. Whoops, wrong window. Hold on. Oh, good. The sound is off. Let's do this. We learned this one from Brian. I almost forgot. Almost fucked up the stream. You want to make sure your chat is here in one window, and then we'll leave it as live chat for now. And then as I move forward, we'll put it in the other window. I'll go here, close that out. This way, there's no accidental ambient sound happening. Actually, since we don't have much happening, we'll do this here for now. Let me go to my Proton Mail and let me go here, sign in, because I sent it to my other email account, not the how-to by Lou. And I have a different stuff in there. Let's see, Beta FPV. Sweet. Okay. It says, thank you for your support on Beta FPV all the time. For the time being, your commission is, well, it is what it is, can cover the Meteor 75 Pro PNP version. Cool. Look at that. Looks like I'm going to have to go back and put some links in all the other videos to have an affiliate link with them. And I kind of gave up on it because, you know, they weren't going to pay me, right? They were going to play me. But looks like we're back in business. Let's see, a free drone. Who doesn't want a free drone? Okay, nice. This is great. This is right up my alley too. Wow, and we're getting the PNP version. This is really cool because we'll be able to take the settings from this flight controller and maybe transfer it to like the one flight controller that's over there from the Happy model and see how it goes. Happy model is a little bit tricky to configure. Oh, look at that. I forgot. I didn't know that they had micro drones. Interesting. Oh, I wonder if I could choose the color. PNP, no battery, that's fine. Oh, one of those. Interesting. That I'm not familiar with. I think I'd like the white. But how many Oh, it's in Chinese. That's an AliExpress. Hold on a second. Let's look it up on Beta FPV Meteor. Oh, here we are. Okay. PMP without VTX. Yeah, the only thing I'm worried about is the battery. Like, I don't. This is all new to me. I have a micro drone. How many S's is it? Let's see. Fine. 2S. Maybe it's a 1S. I'll have to do more research. 1S. Is a cutting edge 1S, because you don't want to put a 2S on there. You'd be buying it, paying for it myself after we blow it up. All right, so 1S, that's fine. We could do. I've never had a 1S before. Wow, this is so cool. We're gonna get a drone. So I'll write back to them later on tonight and do a little bit more research on that. Interesting. 1S. Wow, look at the flight controller. I've never had a flight controller like that before. All right. Look at that. All right, so without any further ado, let's get started. Let's get that 3D print of the week going. So we're going to open up Creality. We're doing this on the Creality High. You should be able to follow along with any other printer that you have. I was checking this out, but this STL file, they want you to buy it and credits. I'm on the fence with it. Maybe. I'm not sure yet. My daughter actually wants me to. I'm on the fence because you can find the same STL file for $4, right, on Cults 3D, whereas here 200 credits is $7, and it gives you no 200 credits. It's like a whole formula. Pay $6.99 and you get like some credits, more credits than what you get. But I was just, I don't know. I'm on the fence, but the one thing that is good is that if you stick to the creality experience with your STLs, I only do free STLs, they will work. Whereas Cults 3D, you might save money getting that 3D print for $4.99, but let's say, for example, here, look, go here, I'm going to copy it, and then I'm going to go back into Chrome, and then we're going to go a new browser, and where's the one on Cults 3D? See, there it is right there. Cults 3D has the same one, and it is $4 US, whereas on the Creality, if I go back to my bookmarks, there it is right there. It's 200 credits, and if I go to purchase credits, you do the math, you get for $6.99, you get 700 credits. So you have roughly enough barely for a second STL. I'm not a fan of the credit system. Don't just sell the STL for what it's worth. But we've had some nightmarish experiences when downloading or even buying STL files from Cults 3D. It's hit or miss. It's a crapshoot, basically. So it's going to be luck of the draw whether it'll work or not. Whereas here, so far, I've had a really good experience with Creality prints. So I could see why they charge a premium for it, and then say you get $6.99 and you get X amount of credits, 700 credits, but you spend 200, and the next print might cost 300 credits or one, maybe some buffer. I don't know. We'll see, but you'll know if that print happens. But in the meantime, we are going to do a different print. So open up your slicer. This is the one we're going to use. We're going to be doing the Flippy Flappy. So I'm going to go, I believe, Flippy Flappy Everlasting Fixed. Type it in, and it should show up somewhere here. Where is my Flippy Flappy? Flippity Flappity Flop. Uh-oh. It is a little. These are some cool ones here, but let's take away the word fixed. Online models. I wanna be a model. I see the tic-tac-toe. Wow. Bummer. It's interesting. We have VIP, recommended. Let's go here. Everlasting. No, so we're in all. And let's type in Flippy Flappy and see what happens. Maker World will have it, but you know, it's going to be a crapshoot on how it's going to print. All right, let's go to Maker World. All right, so here we are. We're going to go here and new browser. Bummer that they don't have it there. Maker World, and by default it brings us there. And just type in. Actually, we should be able to copy and not that one. Flippy Flappy fixed. That should work. And where is it? Oh, there it is right there. See, and what's good about it is it's print in place. See? This is really cool. There was another one in there, but I guess it's so what you're gonna do is you're gonna download STL-CAD files, and we're gonna change the color. So there we go. See, it just downloaded 0.2 millimeters layer, 2 on the walls, and 15% on the infill. Okay, infill is what's inside that counts. If we know it looks kind of ugly, we're gonna change the colors. All right, knowing that and moving forward, go to your downloads. As you can see by default, for me it's the creality, and we're just going to go here, extract the folder. There are 2 in there. I really couldn't see the difference between number 1 and number 2, but what we're going to do is we're going to drag it onto your slicer. For me, I'm using creality. You could use the bamboo slicer, as you can see here. With the bamboo slicer, I believe you have multiple files on your plate. In case you're wondering, I believe there are 2 plates. That's one of the beauties of the bamboo slicer. I believe we're going to open up the bamboo slicer for you guys so you can have a peek and know what I'm talking about. See, here it is right here. Flippy Flappy Everlasting 3MF, and you get 2 plates. One for dual color and one for single color. A little bit of a bummer when you know, sometimes you get that experience with creality, but as you can see, it only gives us 1 plato. But let me see if I can drag the other file in. Let's see, this one, Flippy. The 3MF most likely is the triple plate. See, and let's see. Creality just opened, and see, we got the quadruple plate. Click OK. See, now we got 2 plates. So you decide which one you want to download, and in case you're like, wow, how did he do that? How did he get the multicolor? Well, we got the multicolor download 3MF. See, watch. I'm going to download 3MF, and then I'm going to quit creality. Quit it. And then it's going to say, hey, what are you doing? Do you want to save your settings? And then I'm going to quit here. Discard. Now, if I go into, it's weird how I have 2 different versions of creality on there. Go to here, see the 3MF that was just downloaded, and now I'm going to drag it onto creality and click OK. See, and I got 2 plates. That's how you do it. So you decide which one you want if you have a multicolor printer. Or if you don't have a multicolor printer, there's a video I have that will show you how to do a pause print. Okay? So you can do a pause print. You just pause it and then change the filament, and then you have 2 colors or 3 colors, whatever you choose. For me, I'm going to choose the dual color. The only thing I don't know the answer to is like why one STL is a single color and why the other plate is a dual color. Like, is there something different about the file? Because look, I click here, I still have all these color options, right? You can't see, but I'll bring this down right here. We're gonna have to get nitty gritty anyway. So you see, single color, you still have multicolor options, and then you have dual color, you still have multicolor options. These are my colors here. I'd have to change them. 5 would probably be the overhead rack. So let's get started. Make sure you're in the correct slicer. I'm just going to bring this out to make things just right for you. And then here we go right here. Actually, before I do that, let me go into here. in case people come by. It's gonna rain Friday. Might do a flight tomorrow. Put our chat there in case someone shows up. I doubt Brian is going to be gone incognito for a while. He's going to be flying. I love it. I'm going to fly the Nabisco plant on Sunday because no one will be there on Sunday. And it's right where I want it. Right? Well, sort of. Might change. They might take like a big chunk off between now and then. But ideally, if between now and because people there working and can't really fly over the site when people are working unless I got up really early, but I can't because the kids wake up at 5:45. So unless I did a flight after sunset when they go home, I don't know. We'll see. But Sunday's a guarantee because Sunday it's not going to rain. All right. Knowing that and moving forward, we're going to close this right here, and we're going to go back into the creality, and we're going to change the colors. One, I don't have black. Again, if you want to change your colors, let me just go here. I'm going to activate the bouncing ball, the cursor. And now I'm just going to, oops, I moved it a bit. Just leave everything where it is. Zoom in. And we're just going to select the color tool, which is right up there. See that? Now, by default, shift and slide. We learned that from Markabay. Shift and slide, in case you're wondering, because this was a nightmare. We spent like half the live stream trying to figure this out, and Markabay actually figured it out. So this allows you to move the object on the board. You hold down the shift key, and then you slide with your mouse. Shift and slide, shift and slide, shift and slide. And it wasn't like that before. Before it was the I think it was spacebar before, but after the update, they changed the key to do exactly what I'm doing right now, shift and slide. And it drove me crazy because what would happen is you would zoom in. Normally by default, let's put this back here. By default, you would zoom in on an object that you want to color and it'd be right there. And we tried everything. We just kept zooming in. And Mark Bay was like, he kept showing us, but I wasn't getting it. Because I thought it was like this, the L sign, and I was like, I don't know which one it is. All right, so knowing that, moving forward, again, paintbrush. If you want to get out of the paintbrush, select it again. You see, now we're in it, now we're out, now we're in, and you can tell we're in because look, we have our little stuff over here, okay, and this is highlighted. All right, knowing that, moving forward, we're gonna do this one, the height range. Because I'm just going to do half. It's like a 5-hour print or whatever, however long the print is. You can change the multicolor, like you change the colors there, but I don't want to do that. So I'm going to do the height range right about, I'll just keep playing with it. Yeah, right about there. So now I'm going to do it here, and then now I have to pick a color. See how number 1 and 2. So I can select here. The palette shows up, use the eyedropper. That's going to be, for me, the gray on number 1. So your colors should be at the top, okay? Those are your colors. And I'm going to do one gray. I like this one too. And then number 2 is going to be 1D. So I'm just going to use the eyedropper. Remember, you put your colors on the top, okay? And then now, when I close it, and the colors are here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. See that? Now I have my colors in there. So now, I'm going to select color 2. And then I'm going to go here. Maybe do it in half. It looks like half, right? And then voila. See that? Kind of neat, huh? You could change the colors of all this, but that's going to take forever. And as you know, I'm not a fan of multicolor prints because of the waste and garbage, the poop. Not that I'm a environmentalist. It just takes so long, and it wastes your shit. Like that stuff is expensive. Let alone. So you gotta weigh your options of what kind of 3D print you want to do in a multicolor, and make sure there are no nooks and crannies that have a little gray in it, because that will take forever to print if there are. That's why we use the divider thingy. Okay, knowing that and moving forward, no, that moves it there. Oh, shift and slide. See, even I forgot shift and slide. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I like it. You know, the colors are just really cool, and hopefully it works. Sometimes, you know, these fidgets get stuck. All right, so now we're gonna slice the plate. Make sure your printer's on. Let's see if our printer is on. Yep, there it is. We got the lights on. Needs a little cleaning. Got some remnants, some exfoliage happening on there that will turn your print to spaghetti. All right, so now we're just gonna go back here. It's okay. We still got time to clean it. Ken, good evening. Does this print need TPU? Good question. Well, no, I wouldn't. If I was gonna do TPU, you might leave the infill at whichever percentage. But good call. You know, a lot of times when you who said that? Yoel Adams. You need to check before you start printing what this STL file should be printed in, and that will make or break your deal when it comes to the experience that will work just right for you. So let's go to Maker World. Again, good question, because that could have been a disaster, having it print for like 5 hours and then finding out it had to be in TPU. All right, so let's go here. We're going to go into our downloads, and then there it is right here. Flippy Flappy Indestructible Edition. Okay, let's see what it says. And fill description. Here is a fun, satisfying, compact fidget toy. It folds in almost every direction and has flows through different shapes easily. This is a version of my popular Infinite Flippy Flappy series of fidget toys that is designed to be everlasting, as it uses print-in-place joints instead of live PLA joints. I see where this is going. Oh no, hopefully. All right. The way the joints work means they can also be bent in both directions, allowing even more combinations. That before, probably them before. All right. Printing instructions. This is an easy print. Just use the provided profile. You can choose the single color or two color print, which swaps colors halfway through. Let me know if you prefer this version or one of the originals. A commercial license to sell printed copies is available on my Patreon. If you like this, try some of my other models. Well, he does have other models, which is really cool, but that does not answer our... Oh, wow, that one looks really cool, too. And, oh, that one looks really cool, too. Oh my god, that one looks really cool. Interesting. But it doesn't answer our question. Hold on. Description. Most likely, I'm gonna. All we have P1S, P1P, print profiles. No, I don't. Honestly. Right there. So if you hover over, see, it says PLA 16 grams. All right, good. And then it takes 2.4 hours. I wonder if I can scroll over. There it is, right there. Good question, because you saved the day. Because I would hate to have printed it for like 5 hours or 2 hours and then find out like, oh shit, it should have been in PETG or TPU. So this is good. Again, if you do use TPU, yep, you might be able to use it. Just make sure that your infill is not set to 0. It says 15% there. But it would look kind of cool in TPU. But TPU is expensive, though. It's like liquid gold. Like, you get so little. I have a little spool over there. I'm use it sparingly. But anyway, thanks for that question. And now moving forward, let's see what we have here. So now we're going to slice the plate. And we'll send it to the printer. Send print. I'm not going to press start print as of yet. Our colors are fine, which is a little bit weird. Hold on. Let me press. I don't know why it's not showing the other print. See, look. Print time 1 hour and 7 minutes. But and let's go to prepare again. we do have two colors. Let's make sure the right plate is selected. That's our plate. And then we'll slice the plate. And on here, wait for it to slice. When it slices, you'll see in the little window, it's going to tell you how long it's going to take to print. 1 hour and 10 minutes. Okay, that's great. Considering in the description it said 2 hours. So that's good. I just don't like the fact that when I send it, I don't see a preview of my stuff. See, I can see that. Oh, this means it crashed though. Damn it. Slice, yeah, when you do that, it crashes. Damn it, I hate when that happens. So you can't see it crashed. You can't, the interface of the preview is not interactive. And if you click on it and accidentally drag or click in there, this is what happens. You're like, no. See, now I can't do anything. Device, prepare. Nothing. I can't even see my printer. Hopefully it's saved. If it didn't save, that's okay. We'll just do it again. When that happens, we say welcome back to everything that glitches. All right, here we go again. Oh, we didn't save it. So look, now I'm gonna just click it, and we'll just do it really fast. Hopefully, what does it say? The 3MF has following customized filament or printer presets. Okay, that's, oh look, generic TPU, PLA basic, and then some other stuff. So you can print it in TPU. Good call. Okay, and we'll always leave that window there. Bummer. So again, for those of you who missed it, make sure you see how it says bamboo. We don't have a bamboo printer, so we want to make sure that Creality High is selected. And you saw the print. It's going to print a what was it? The Prime Tower, which is all right. All right, so it's a good thing we saw that error because the print preview wasn't working and things were glitching. Make sure you have your print plate selected. See, print plate? Obviously I didn't. Again, choose your color. I'm going to choose number 1, eyedropper, and then choose my one color, number 1. And then when I close it, I'm going to choose number 2. So number 2 for here. I'm going to do, hold on, click OK there. Number 2 is going to be eyedropper, and it's going to be 1D. I love that 1D. I'm thinking of ordering another one. I see a lot of prints being printed with that now. See, and there's my Prime Tower. Now I'm going to flip it a little bit, zoom in. Remember, shift and slide, Make sure your Creality High or whichever print plate bed is there, that's yours, as you saw by default. I had some other bed in there. Someone's sleeping in my bed, and it's not me. it's Mr. Bamboo. All right, knowing that, moving forward. Now you remember, select the object, and then we'll go here, and then we're going to go here on the height range. And then from the height range, we're going to increase the height range so we can get to like a 50%. We're going to tilt this, and right about the trickiest part is knowing where half is, and now I'm going to select actually number 2. Make sure you select your color, and then the height range tool. Don't worry if it's not exact, It's just, and then remember, see how everyone was talking about, like, how do I move it? I need to move it over so I can see it. Shift and slide. Make sure all your nooks and crannies, because that will create a lot of waste, and the print will take forever. So now, hopefully, shift and slide. Do not get rid of that. I don't need that. Slice it, and it's going to take 1 hour and 8 minutes. Great. Now remember, check your plate. Make sure it's your plate, because you saw I made that mistake and I was about to print with the bamboo profile and screw shit up. All right, knowing that, moving forward, send to printer. Hopefully now the print preview. Now we don't have a print preview. What? And the print preview is important because that will, let me close this. Go to prepare, slice plate. that also allows you to change the color. If you've ever worked with a multicolor printer, let's say you change your mind, like, oh, I don't want to do that, and then you say, oh, you know what, I'll change it to blue instead of that. But if I send it, there we go. Great, so now we know. And we remember, don't press it because it'll screw shit up. And see, now we see our two colors. So again, you could change the color. So if you don't see it, just go back, and hopefully it'll go again. So there's our Flippy Flappy. I need to wipe the bed because it's dirty. As you can see, it's got some little dust particles on there, or remnants of something. But let's see what we have here. They have some that are GPU hinge instead of Flippy Flappy hinge. Oh wow. Kenny McMurkabase here. I just got on. That's so cool though. What do you print with? What UL Adams? I wonder what we do a lot of fidgets on here. If you love fidgets, you're gonna love some of the stuff that we've printed. I'll share with you before I go there. We have here, I'll show you. This is a really cool fidget. This one you've probably seen on everywhere. This is a cool fidget we're going to do maybe next week. I'm not sure. Maybe the week after, because my daughter actually wants the Connect 4, which will probably take 2 or 3 days to print. And we have this one's really cool. A wind-up car. This was a pain to put together, but was challenging but fun. So now we'll wind it up and then watch. Isn't that cool? And it works on the floor. Whoops, hold on. Whoops, hold on. Wind it up. And then after you wind it, is that as tight as it goes? Yeah, and then you just like tap it a little bit. Something happened. Yep, something got glitched out. There we go. No. Hold on. Something moved. I heard it. It's okay. We can fix it. We built it, so we can fix it. That's the beauty of these. Everything on. If we built it, then we usually can. There we go. Just needs a little bit of a boost. And yeah, unwind it, maybe resetting it once it goes tighter, and then see, cool. And then we have this one, the world's fastest pass through, and then it goes both ways. See, oh, this one you might like. It's like a fidget, but this is amazing. This is the semi-automatic toy gun, but the bullets go in, and when you shoot it, the cartridge drops automatically. This is really cool. This was a 3D print of the week too. So every week we have a 3D print of the week. A lot of fidgets, or sometimes we get some semi-automatics. That was impressive. Anything with moving parts, and we like for them to have parts that move naturally. Like if the STL file goes defunct and we don't get any moving parts, then I scratch it. This one, like this one has amazing parts. And then it has, this was first print in place. I love print in place. We do a lot of card prints too. Those little card, like this was a little card, a little Jeep we put together the last time, which was cool. This was a card print. I'm going to look for some more of those. But in the meantime, let me wipe off the print bed and then get this print going. I think it was called Brian's Lab, right? I keep forgetting Brian's trying to move this out of the way. Don't want that to break. All right, so now what we can do is we can press send to printer or start print. And if you make sure the colors are what you want, make sure your bed is your bed and not a Bamboo Lab bed. So double check that. You can always double check that after you send the print, and you can stop the print. And then make sure it's the correct material, like your Adam suggested, because that can be a disaster too. Because then, you won't have your parts moving the way they're supposed to. All right, and now we send it, and away we go. The calibration process usually takes way too long on this printer. Oh wait, I thought it said away we go. Please make sure that there are no models on the printing platform, otherwise it will cause fatal damage to the device after startup. What kind of models are they talking about? Supermodels? All right, runway models? No models? So I'm just going to put these back and I'll let you guys move this over here so you guys can see the beginning of the start. There's our printer. Look at the lights. The lights are awesome though. Sort of from this angle. I like it from the other angle, which is right over here. Right there. See? It's just better. So we're using the Beagle print camera. You can't control your print, unfortunately. You can't record. The record will probably be on the printer itself, which is a little bit of a bummer. But the camera just allows us to stream until maybe one day they open up the platform and allow us to use this camera. But as you can see here, where are we? There's no sound. I think it can do sound, but we don't need sound. I would love for the Beagle print to actually record it, because then you see how much time is left. Then there it is. Then you see you can see your video. Not that you can't see it from here, but from here you have to go. I haven't really. Time-lapse videos. So here, I'll show you. There it is right there, working its magic. By default, the camera is not the greatest. That's another reason why I use it, but at least you get two different angles, and you can't stream from it. Hold on one second. You can't stream from it, so that's the other downside, because it would be nice if we can just log in the IP address to the Creality High or any Creality series. Not all of them are streamable. And then just do it from there. But as you can see here, we go here, time-lapse videos, you select it, and the last one, which is really cool, is this one, the Jeep card kit, but unfortunately it's a different angle. I'll save it to the desktop, and the Beagle print camera gives you the better angle, the better we'll use MP4. I never got a chance to look at this one, to be honest with you. And then if you look at it, see, it's not the best, because if you look, I actually saved it, and I'll show you guys. If you look at, where is it? The stop and motion video I'm making that will show people how to make a stop and motion Jeep card kit. We did this on the live stream, but oh yeah, look at the print angle. Hold on. It's a better, see, that's with the Beagle print camera. Whoops, except we'll just mute the audio. Look at that. Hold on. Did that finish? It's hard to tell. Look at that. So I just wish, oh yeah, I left it streaming there anyway, so it should be fine. The only thing is that you have to go here, stop, and then play. Look at the quality. Look at the detail. You see all that? See, and this is with the Beagle print camera. The only downside is that it's locked. The Creality printer is locked, and you cannot control the print from there, and it will not do a hyperlapse video. So you would have to watch this, and maybe save it and speed it up. But it's just a bummer. Who knows? I don't know when or even if they will actually leave it open. Someone at Beagle Print, one of the admins, chimed in and said it's a closed system, and a lot of printers are just closed systems now, where that experience is no longer there. So if we go into the Beagle Print camera, we can do it from our web browser. Again, we can't control it, but we can access it. And this is to give you a better idea of what I'm talking about. I have my Creality High. There's the IP address to the printer. I'm able to log in. Remember, we're just logging into the camera. So the cameras, we just have camera feed. But as you can see, we're never going to have time-lapse videos because... Hello? Hold on. I think audio was on the camera. Hold on. That was weird. We learned. Go to Creality High and go into settings. Hello? Whoops. Interesting. Hello? Bummer. Anyway, I have to figure out how to shut off the audio on there, but it's not like we can stream from there anyway. There must be a way to turn off the audio, but let's check out that print and see how it's doing. See? Takes forever, but you're buying time. The print, once it starts printing, it will be phenomenal. So in the meantime, while that happens, remember 3D Print of the Week, you guys get to watch like an ASMR type experience for the folks that just love watching stuff grow, which is really cool. But I'm gonna try and see if I can turn off the audio, but as you can see, you can't control it, which is a bummer. Really disappointing. One day, maybe in the meantime, well, I won't be able to do that until later. Order my drone, my new drone. I got the credit for. I have a little micro 1S. I've never done 1S before. Any of you guys ever do a 1S? It looks like it's tightly in there, sealed in its container. Maybe I'll do it from my phone later. But I need to figure out how to get that audio off on the other camera. I'll do that in the meantime and let you guys watch here. Just have to be quiet because we won't. Oh wait, maybe it's the audio from. Nah, it is what it is. See if I can mute it. I know, right? 1S. Tulsa skin. Interesting. Kind of reminds me, what is Tulsa skin? Hold on 1 second. Tulsa skin. Go to channel. Oh, Telsiskin does some FPV stuff. Wow, Maestro Nitro second flight. Wow, that looks really cool. What is a Maestro Nitro? Let's check it out. I can only do a short clip. Oh, it's not showing, so that's good. Oh wow, that is really cool. Hold on. Helicopter. Oh wow. They're gas powered. I once went to the I was allowed to fly at the AMA, you know, like the guys that fly with their RC planes and helicopters. They let me bring my drone there, which was really cool. It was a different can of worms, but it was really interesting watching those guys fly. They have simulators for them too, just like they do for us. Except this thing looks like it's blowing up. Looks like it reminds me of my flight controller video. Or it's like smoking. Too much oil maybe. Or maybe that's what it's supposed to do. That is really cool. I tried flying the RC helicopters, the RC planes. They're hard. Like left is right, right is left. And the first time I flew a helicopter, I was like, oh wow, this is fun. And then it just went flying into the air. I was like, wait, what happened? And it just kept going and eventually crashed, landed back down. But I'm not sure what the smoking is over there. That's really cool. I can't... Oh yeah, I see a lot of that too when people dive, like they fly like that. That looks really cool. I can't show you guys because they'll get like copyright and stricken. And they'll say, you showed someone else's stuff. Your video can't be monetized. That's really cool though. You should put lights on it though, because then you could fly at night and watch it. That is really cool. The Maestro. It really is the Maestro. It really knows how to fly. Monster. Oh wow. A commercial. I have to watch a commercial. Let's see. Make sure the audio's off. It's always smoking though. I don't remember watching the stuff. Oh wow. That is a monster. Holy shit. Oh my god. I upgraded mine to go maximum, I think, of 60 miles an hour or 40. I forget what it is. And that's fast. It's powerful. Oh, the basher. I love bashing mine too. There's something about bashing when it rolls over and flips and comes back on its own, because you want it to come back. You don't want to have to go pick it up and flip it over again. And that's the beauty of having it go really fast. That is so cool. And then someone had an idea and they turned that freaking thing into a lawnmower. Now you see those little AI bots. We'll mow your lawn. It'll map it out. It'll take 3 weeks to mow your lawn. Something like that. Oh man, I think hopefully I don't have to put any 3D lack on there, like something to let it adhere to the board. Actually, hold on, let me go back and check. Let's go here. Sometimes you have to check the print bed temperature so that it actually, let's see, where's our temperature? Nice. On the nozzles, 220. Bed is 61. That's about right. You could do 65, but I'll leave it like that. It's a newer printer, and I haven't had any trouble. But always check your temps in case you're wondering where the temps are. They're right there. See? 219, 220, and then 261 hot bed. Make sure your bed is hot. And then we have here layer 2 of 25. It's going to take 1 hour and 4 minutes. See? Right there. And now we're just going to go back to the better angle of the camera that we can't control or get a time-lapse video from one day. I wrote to the people at Beagle Print and was asking them, like, maybe they can just write the code in so that someone can just press record on their print job, you know, for that hyperlapse video. That would be really cool. But they said something about, they replied back with it being a closed system, and a lot of newer printers are now closed systems, which sucks. Let's see. Tulsa Skin 1S. Wow, that's crazy. My heli takes 14S on a heli. Oh my god. What do you store the I keep my batteries in an ammo case in case they blow up. But I don't know. 14S. What do you got to keep that in a oil drum, right? Like literally. I keep mine in here. I have a video that shows you how to make this. Oh, you can't see. Hold on. I keep them in here so that if there's ever a fire, nothing. It's an ammo case. I got it on Amazon. They were selling beef jerky. Someone put beef jerkies and was selling the ammo case with beef jerkies in it. I was like, who doesn't like beef jerky? And so I drilled a hole on the side so the air could get through if there was an explosion, but also so I could run the fire. So I could just, just do what needs to be done if there was a fire in there. But wait, hold on. I've never actually heard of 14S. I mean, I did fly with those guys on the field in Croton on the Hudson, but I didn't ask them what kind of batteries they had. But 14S, that's intense, man. That's like a bomb. Let's see, 14S. No, not so bad. Yeah, because I've blown up one of these batteries before. That's big though. And that helicopter is strong. Wow, you got to really know what you're doing, because one false move, you could like lose a finger or something. $500 for the battery? You can't fly like me, that's for sure. Because sometimes I'll fly my battery and run the battery into the ground, and then it's dead. I'm like, fuck, now I gotta buy a new one. You could do that with a 1S and 2S, but with a 14S, you gotta have like deep pockets to run the battery into the ground, and then find out you can't charge it anymore because at $574, no, But I think that I remember those smart helicopters were like beeping. They go beep beep, like we would know when you're back, when it was time to bring it on home. Cool stuff though, cool stuff. Tulsa skin. Marca Bay, let's go. It's 3D print of the week. Yeah, here we go. That's right, 3D print of the week means that we just leave it like that so folks can watch. And there we go. So we're going to leave this here, come back in an hour, and we'll leave it like that. And I'll write back to the folks at, hopefully it works. That's not going to be the biggest thing. But yeah, enjoy the print, enjoy the show, and look forward to chatting with you guys. And it's hard to say because it's a little bit like Inception. If you've watched any of the 3D print videos, it'll say 1 hour and then it's 50 minutes, or it'll say an hour and 30 minutes and it's an hour and 15. So hard to gauge the time. Sometimes you have to eyeball the print and be like, wait, that's not 10 minutes, that's 1 minute. So it's hit or miss there, but that's a little glitch with they said they fixed this in the last update, but they didn't, because I was like taken by surprise on the last stream. Yep, there it is. 3D print of the week. Enjoy. I have to do some stuff. I will be back. Cool channel, Tulsa Skin. And thank you for saving the day. Yoel Adams. We almost screwed the print up, but we double checked and turned out we were using the wrong bed. All right. Sweet. It's finished. Gotta check it out. Hold on a sec. Let's see if anybody's here. Oh, no one's here. I've never taken the board off before so many times. I guess with this kind of printer you do. With the under 3, not so much. But as you can see, here it is here. The prime tower, which is really nice. It's the smallest prime tower I've ever seen, actually. And the other color is underneath. So what we'll do is we'll just bend it like this. I'll do it on the bigger screen because it's hard to... What you do is you fold it back. You don't break it, but you just... Whoops, bend it there. Crack it. Crack it. Just keep doing that until the print is almost ready. Up, more crack. A little bit. And then you can hold it up because you don't want to ruin it because it's still warm. And when it's hot, the plastic or PLA, whatever material you're using, will bend, and then you wind up with a print that might not function too well. So sometimes it's best to let these functional prints, look at that, the other side, cool off a little bit. This is really nice though. I'm going to put the build plate back. Just gonna let it cool off a bit. Cool it off in here with this thing. Hold on. Little vacuum cleaner, but also works as a blower. Let it cool off. See how it just folds and bends easily as it cools off? We don't want it to be hot and bend, but cool and bend. See how much easier it's moving? Nice. That's a pretty good print. Whoops. Keep cooling it off actually works wonders. Makes it easier to bend all the corners and nooks and crannies. Hot. Not good moving it. Do I have one? No, I don't have one. But I'll show you. I'll print the fish in the meantime. I thought I had a fish laying around that was already bent. No, I must have thrown it out. So we move each one slowly now that we cool it off. This is really cool. It's nice. Everything just moves so nicely on here. I want to make every part loose. Wow, this is a good print. A great design. Now, I don't like the ones. There was one I printed similar to this one, just didn't work out and fell apart. But clearly, a lot of thought and engineering went into this, where it just works magically without breaking. Because sometimes it can be disappointing when prints like this actually break. So I believe we're just going to double check all the parts. And sweet. Just going to double check. Oh yeah, see that one. You gotta make sure each and every angle will turn. Will move, actually, not really turn, but bend in, bend out. Just double check. Nice. That one. Once you get them all, it's free play. Wait, did I miss one? No, almost. Got so many corners. There, looks like we are good to go. Let's check it out. All right, let's see. So let's go like this. Oh wow, it bends in that way, inside out, right side out. This is really cool, and it's really strong. It's enforced. Nice. This is so cool. And look, 2 colors. You can print it in as many colors as you want. It doesn't have to be, you know, set in stone to be printed in these particular colors. But I love this. This is just, and I wonder how much it costs to be the Patreon. It took an hour to print. The only downside to these Patreon things is that you have to sell a lot of these to recoup the Patreon cost, right, fee. And then, wow, this is really cool. And then after you recoup your Patreon fee, remember it takes an hour to print. So then you have to, oh wow, look, we can do like that, and like that. That's so cool. Look at that. And then we turned it into like a little sandwich. You have to sell, let's see how much the Patreon costs though. Hold on a second. This is really cool. It just goes on and on forever. And that's why they call it the infinity fidget, because you can just keep bending it and bending it and turning it inside out and right side in, and you know, just finding that right angle to sort of bend it so that it can just go on forever. See, we've bent it and it's not breaking. I think it said indestructible. See, we go in and out, fold it in, fold it in, fold it in, and then open it again, fold it out, and then fold it out, and then see, inside out, right side in. This is pretty cool. I like this one. Or we could do it stop in motion with this one. This is pretty cool. And then we open it again, see, like that. Let's see. Stop in motions are tricky with ones like this. We like to sometimes do stop in motion videos with our 3D prints. And let's see, we'll experiment. Fold it, fold one like that, fold one like that, fold one like that, fold one like that, and then fold it like that. It's kind of like folding a dollar. And then maybe like that, and then fold it like that. Nah, see, it won't really do justice on a stop in motion. Let's see what we can play with on this one. Fold it like that, that, and then let's see. Trying to get a gist of a stop in motion video, and then like that, and like that. Nah, not really. Sometimes we like turning it into but it is really cool. This is nice. It really is indestructible and will work wonders. Let's see what we can make out of this. Let's see if we try the infinity part. If we do like that, like that, like that. Okay, that could work. And then like that, like that. Oh yeah. And then like that. Nah, it's not gonna work. Oh yeah, like that. Look at that. That is pretty cool. Like that. Look, that looks weird on this one. Fold it in. Fold it in. Fold it in. Oh wait, hold on. Fold it in, and then the sandwich part is okay. Bring it in. We want to create this effect. See if we can create this infinity effect with the stop and motion going in and out. Nah, it's not gonna work, to be honest with you. We can fold that back. Oh yeah, maybe. Nah. Yeah, we might be able to work something with it. Maybe. Just trying to figure out the design. Okay, so that goes that way. This goes like this. That goes like that. That goes like that. That goes like that. Okay, so we bring them out. Fold them down. And there. And then try. Oh yeah, that could work. Fold it out. Again. And then bring it out again, take a picture, and then we bring it out and about. It might be possible. We can experiment and see. All right, next stop. Next stop and motion. All right, let's see. Let's give it a shot. We're going to bring this to the desktop, and then we're going to close this out. Different angle. Yeah, I guess we'll save it. Might want to print this again. Now we're going to close this out. Then I'm going to find my phone. Make sure you have enough battery on your phone. Especially 47% is okay, especially when doing stop and motion videos. Quit there. Just going to go to camera. And then I'm going to push everything to the screen, and then go here, move it over, put it into portrait mode. I'll just swing that like that, bring that up like that, and then flip it. I think it's portrait, and then go into, where are we? Force portrait. Okay. When we force portrait, it's you can always bring back the phone. Let's see. Frame. So iPhone 15. Let's do black. I didn't know there was a natural. What's natural? Huh. Looks like the older version. iPhone 15 Pro and black. Yeah. Okay. And then we'll do that there. We'll leave this in the middle, and we'll put myself here in case I come back. I wonder if this one's it. Yeah. Leave the camera and me. Maybe this one. Hold on. Nope. Looks like this is it. Okay. And now we're going to set up the, I'll add another layer here so we can have the add layer. So you could see me when I come back. I just have to add the camera, and we can put me right there. I believe it's camera 1. Osmos action. Yep, there I am. So when I come back, if I come back, and yeah, so I guess we'll let it begin. Let me just experiment a little bit more and see. No, I think we're good. Also, now we're going to launch the application. It's called Stop and Motion. Stop motion. Stop. There's no and, just stop motion. But some people say stop and motion. Create a new project. And now we're going to you get too many prompts with this application. Click on camera, and let's see what we got. All right, so now we just need to set up the tripod. See, there we go for photos. All right, make sure it's photo. Yep, no timer though. No need to set a timer. All right, now we're just going to bring it over and put it on a tripod. Oh, actually, hold on one second. I need to add a mic so that you guys will be able to hear me because I'm going to be over there. So I need to connect the microphone to the computer so that we get some audio. Because this mic doesn't go that far, even though it will pick up sound. And then I'm just going to sync it to here, add it to my computer. System preferences. Go into Bluetooth and interesting. I don't see the DJI mic. It should sync. Oh, there it is right there. Connect right here. Okay. Now that we're connected, we can close that. I'm going to go to sound and then go into input, which would be DJI mic. And then now that's there. Input volume, you want to keep all the way up because DJI mic is really low. And then I'm going to go here to our other, I'm going to disconnect this one once we have this one up and running. So I'm going to add it. DJI mic. Great. Hello. Hold on a second.
It's there.
It's there. Great.
It's there, but I'm
gonna have to mute
the task cam.
the task cam because I'm not going to be sitting over here. So now I just need to do one more thing. I believe the sync offset on here is 550 or something like that. Hold on. Put it right there so that I could see it. All right, hold on one second. Hmm.
550.
550. Okay. 550. Great. Now that we know what the sync's offset is, it's already set, which is phenomenal. Now I'm just going to go into here, and I just want to test something out on the YouTube, and then go here. I'm going to select new, Command N, go to the stream, How To by Lou, and go live on 5. Might have to quit the stream, but that's okay. So I'm all the way back there. Go to the stream, How To by Lou. Go live on 5. Okay, so we'll get rid of the echo by muting this. And then now, border capture. There we are. Great, so now I need to test it one last time because that was the other mic. And now I need to make sure that we have 5. This is DJI mic, okay? So I'm just gonna wait for myself to come back. And when I come back, I should hear it, and then I'll be able to wear it and do the stop and motion video for this one. For those of you who don't know what stop motion is, hold on one second, I'll show you. 5. Great, so our sync offset. Sync offset you have to do when using different mics, and each mic has a different sync offset so that your lips match the sound of your voice. And the only way for that to happen is to know the sync offset. I actually have a video that shows people how to do that for those of you that want to sync, their music to their ears. So now I'm going to bring this back and bring this here and close that out. And where is now we go back to reflector. And let's see, 1 second. I'm going to bring this back here. And then we'll go here. Now I have to believe. The phone fell asleep. Don't fall asleep. Freddy's going to get you. So now I have to do this again. So I have to push it. Hold on 1 moment, please. Just going to quit that. And then do a mirror so that you guys can see. See, the DJI mic is so low. So when you're doing a stop motion, what you want to do is go into your settings, and then from your settings, you go into display and brightness, and then from display and brightness, auto lock to never, because we're going to be taking picture after picture. So now, for those of you that are wondering, what is stop motion? So basically, if I go back to previous project, our last stream, here's one right here, really cool. And press play. Kind of neat, huh? But that took, I believe, like over 200 photos or 100 and something. I don't know. But it requires patience, and you're only limited by your imagination. And this one might be limited by the configuration and how this will allow us to bend and fold the, the fidget. But we should be okay. Okay, so now I'm just going to put it on the tripod, and like I said, DJI mic is it's alright, but it'd be nice if it was like the Tascam Portrait Capture 8. So now I'm just going to put this on here on me, so you'll be able to hear me as I'm talking, and we're going to bring you into the other window, and then voila. So now I'm just going to put it on the tripod, put this back on the board so you can see, but what we really want is this camera here, the phone. Phone works beautiful. Look at that. Phone has so crisp and clear. Sometimes I think it's better than the looks like, did I take a picture? Looks like it's better than the no. No play button. All right, so let's go. Let's get started. Hmm. All right, so I accidentally took a picture. So now we're going back to camera. For some reason, I noticed that the photo thingy is on top. Could be the orientation setup. So let me just pull this out. Again, I'm just going to pull the phone out. Maybe see how it's flipping. Last week when we were doing this, it wasn't that way. But it is what it is. It says 2 of 2, but we don't want, let's see, 1. We can like change the opacity. Yeah, just 1 of 1. We're going to quit the app and then bring it back in again. I go to stop motion and then new movie. New movie or new stop motion movie. We're going to do new stop motion movie. That was from just now. But as you can see, click on camera for photo. See, now it's the other way. Now it's, oh, you guys, we lost our, oh no, did we lose our camera? Yeah, we did. Hold on 1 second. are. We're back in business. All right. Knowing that. Hopefully, last week when we did this, we didn't have any crashes, but looks like this week we are. Sometimes apps just work that way. So you want to make sure that your camera doesn't move. If it vibrates, that's okay. We'll just move this up a little bit. If it lets us, make sure your camera is level and flat. And then you could move it in and out. Okay. And then we don't have any zoom feature. We have 3, 5, and then 1. And then that does there. And that's for just picture opacity. So the camera literally has to be, can't move. Okay. We can bring this up a little bit, lock it in, especially at the angle that we want, because we're going to want to see it folding, you know. All right, so now make sure everything's flat. Try to keep it in the same spot. If it moves, that's okay. Just run with it. You know, try to be creative. We got a picture. All right, so now what we'll do is hopefully it holds. Looks like it'll hold. Got another picture. We'll try and do the outside first. See, and hopefully it holds. See? And then hold it in the center. Whoops. See, and if it fell, so we got to make sure that we just got to get one more corner. And then, whoops, it fell, but that's okay. We'll bring them all back in again. And we experimented with it, so we know the limits of this piece. There really aren't any. Some do have limits. Some 3D prints where the parts print, if you bend them too much, they just basically break and fall apart. I actually have some in the trash can. And so now, I think we can close them all at the same time. Right? That would be cool. See? And then let it shut. A little bit more. It's great that it's tight, because then we can create like a nice experience where it's slowly closing, and then now it's closed. And then we'll spin it, go 1 picture. When spinning, you want to do short turns so it looks like it's spinning. And there's a little mark right there, so you'll know when it reaches there again. Look for like any signature marks that it's actually reached a full 360. This little melted edge thingy over there. And then we'll turn it this way. Slowly. It's nice if you could keep it in the same position. If you can't, that's okay. But the way to do it is to change the opacity here, which lets you do it like there, from the first to last, sort of, but not really. See, like it, that means it's lined up. I'll just move it slightly right there. And, you know, just try to keep track. If you lose track, you can always go back and track to see where you were by viewing the photos. But no 2 images are ever the same in a stop motion. What do they call stop and motion? But it's stop motion. I usually say stop and motion. I used to do this with my kids back in the day with the Stinkbot. It was really cool. If the camera vibrates, it's okay. Use another. Just wait for it to stop. Wish this would work via remote. That would be cool. Almost there. We're at 6 o'clock. We got to make it back to 3 o'clock from where we started with this particular melted part. Like just look, or just mark it with a pen. and then move it in. Looks like I moved it. And I can just work magic. We got like 33 pictures. I'm guessing we're gonna do about 200 to get like a real gist of it. Hopefully it'll spin. I mean fold, actually. And in case you're wondering, what did we just do? Watch. We just spun it. But where's the rest of it? That's the only thing I don't like about this app. We have to go back and then scroll down to number 1 and then press play. And then now if I press play, I get to see it from the beginning. See? And then it just spun. So now we want to flip it. So we're just going to go back to camera. Picked up where it left off. That's the last picture, I believe. 36. Okay. And see, this is me. So now I'm just going to move it right there. Move it right there. Now this is it's gonna be hard to keep this in the center, but we want to flip it so that it turns green. How do we do that? If it lets us, right? We may not be able to, just because of the way it, moves. I want to try and put it inside out. It's okay, we'll work with it. Sort of. Yeah, there we are. See, we're gonna and then we're going to turn it in, one in, and then one in, and then try and get that one. Yeah, I see where it's going. All right. Sweet. Let that go like that. And then we'll bend this out like that, slowly. Let that fold naturally. And then now if we can work that one out, so it just fluctuates at an angle like that. I might have messed it up, but moving that wire, it's gonna look a little different. And then now we'll bend that like that, and then do that like that. Remember, it's infinity, so we're going to bring it back to its original state. And then do that like that, and then turn it like that, and then turn it. It doesn't always have to be square perfect. And then move this down, move that down, and then move this down, and then move that down. And then now let it spin like that, like that. You don't want to do big turns, because then it just looks like a hyperlapse or time-lapse video. So when you move it, that's why you want to move it a little bit, right? Move it a little bit. Baby steps, because then that allows you to create a spin. Okay? And then we're going to put it back, into its original state, which I believe was gray. So we'll leave it like that. But sometimes it doesn't have to be perfect. You could just leave it like lopsided. So now, remember, one at a time. One, whoops. We moved one. Let's try holding one up and move one there. If you can do it, no, I won't. Like if you can do it like at an angle, but it doesn't, looks like it's not gonna let us. So we'll have to do it like that. Oh, this looks like a cool one though. Watch this. Leave it like that, right? And then you could spin it again. See? Whoops, we lost one, but that's okay. We know that this particular piece, all fours were up. And then now, whoops, that's okay. Could like be creative and one fell. Just try and hold it. Because we're trying to spin it. Looks like there's some friction, so we could take advantage of the friction, whoops, and bend it in a little bit more so that this doesn't pop out. See? It moves, so nothing is exact, so that's why we took another picture in the same spot. Maybe we'll move it on the board instead of just going circles all the time. Baby steps. Remember, big jumps just looks like a time-lapse video. That's why we say stop motion. We already have how many pictures? About 80 pictures in. So we'll just let it go. Whoops, we lost one, but that's okay. We'll just run with it. Let it spin. And then pick that piece back up. And look out for other objects you might have inside. Like when you move, when I tap that accidentally, you're going to see that in a frame because it moved. It may have moved just a little bit, but just you're going to enough to moved enough to see a difference in your video. So remember your surroundings. It's kind of like when you're flying drones. Can't stress, but in this case, the stop motion, you need to be aware of the surroundings so that you can create that effect. And then now we're back in the center, somewhat. So now we can just close, oops, we can close one, take a picture, close another one. Sometimes it's nice to close a few at a time, so then it's not like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It's just like it'll all happen. Like watch, I'll move them all at the same time. Move this one and move that one. This way it looks like it shuts together like a clam. So sometimes making these little moves is great, but to create an open and close effect, that you do like this. Now watch. See? So sometimes, but if I had done it one at a time, one at a time, one at a time, it just, just in sync. So like a flower will open and close. So now, remember, we want to make it gray again. Make prints gray again. So now this part's tricky because it's going to go at an angle like that. And then we're going to bring it in like that. And then now we're going to open it like that from corner to corner. And looks like we can move that corner a little bit open. And then, great, so now we have all fours. See, it's good to experiment with the fidget in the beginning so you know what your options are and limitations when moving it if you want to create the stop motion effect, or as I would say, stop and motion. See, now this part's a little bit tricky. Oh wow, look at that. That looks really cool. Oh man, if we can somehow get it to stand like that. See? And then slowly bend the middle. I believe like that's fine because we're gonna fold it inside out. And then fold the top part first. If I can. I believe I'll just put it back like that. We gotta bend the middle. Oh. One moment, please. Maybe like that. Put it back like that. And we can somehow get that piece like that. Move that like that. Do that again. It's tricky because now I can't seem to get it to lay flat. And bring it back. There we go. It's a little tricky. I'm going to move it in this way. Take a picture. If your camera vibrates, wait for the vibrations to stop before taking another picture. And then those ends have to come out, which we can do by doing that. We'll close that a little bit. And then bring this in like that. See? Flip it. So that's going to be a jump move. And then put that like that. Put that like that. That like that. Let that close. like that. Oops, camera vibrated. See? And then bring it back like that. And then it'll look like it's slid open. Whoops, that was too much of a jump. That side. That's why you want your steps to be in increments, little steps, because then it looks like it's actually doing it on its own. And then, whoops, we'll lay it flat. Voila. And then take a picture, and then spin it slowly, and then maybe turn it into a pyramid. We got 159 photos, 160. Put it like that, just a small spin. And then now what we'll do is like this, like that. And then like that. And then we'll just like that. And then we'll close them all slowly together. So it looks like a flower blooming. Closing. And then let them all close at the same time. And then open it. And the opening will be the ending. So this part might be a little bit tricky because we need to do it so that we can at least get 3 shots of the angles of it opening. And then we'll move 1, 2. Hopefully we can get, no. Alright, well maybe that'll work. And then like that. Like that. And then flatten it out. And then voila. And then we'll just let it spin. Spin again. Remember, baby steps so that it looks like it's actually turning, and it's a stop motion, not hyperlapse or time lapse video, which is why it just takes forever when you make videos like this. Sometimes they make cartoons. Lumino City was done this way, I believe. It's a game. I think they still have it on the iPhone, I believe, from back in the day. That one was hard. A lot of puzzles. I don't like the other color. We'll just leave it like that. Voila. Now we let it play. Fortunately, to let it play, you gotta go back. See? And then I think I kind of want to end it like this. And then shut it. something about that color. That looks really nice. All right, and I believe that's it. About 188 photos. I think I said 200, but this is pretty good if you ask me. So if I go back and then we scroll, and we can watch it from the beginning. And there we go. And I wonder if I could do it this way. Oh, big screen. Yeah, we like big screen. Kind of neat, huh? Gotta love it. 3D print of the week. Well, we won't be able to do this with every print, but you know, some prints that are functional like this will be able to make a stop motion video. This is really cool. Then it goes back and down again, and then flip it. And, oh wow, it's so cool. Yeah, and there you have it. 3D print of the week. All right, and that's gonna close up. You can see like it was breathing a little bit, like, and then that's it. The end. Oh wow, we missed it. Oh man. All right, I'll show you guys. It looks like we lost it on the feed. I hate when that happens. Here, I'll show you. Let me go back here. I'll do it from the computer. A little bit of a bummer that the feed. But here, I'll show you. Push it again. Actually, you know what? Let me save it, right? And then you can just watch it on the big screen. And hold on one moment, please. Go back. Share. And movie. Next. Oh, wait. I forgot to select 4K. Hold on one moment, please. I want to do, not HD, 4K plus. And then done. And then now I'm going to go here. And then save it. Share. Wait a second. Export. Please wait while preparing. It's preparing it. Then I'm going to push it to the screen and let you guys have a peek. So now I have to save video. The video has been saved, and then I'm going to push it to the computer. And now, one moment, please. Da, 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 da. Bummer. One moment. All right, let's go back to our desktop, which is here. See, it's coming in, receiving. I'll just have to flip the video over, show in Finder. I think if I do spacebar and then rotate. Hold on. Spacebar and then rotate, and then if I close it, we'll be able to see it after I open it. Hold on one second. I'm just going to close it, let it save. So now, and there we are. Hold on one second. Now we have our stop motion. I love the stop in motion. And with a little music, you know. It's about 180 photos. You know, more photos the longer the video. But there I am struggling, trying to flip it inside out. See? Voila. Closes like a flower, opens again. And that's it. That's the way the cookie crumbles. Now I'm going to turn this mic off and turn back. All right, so now we're back on the Portacapture 8, and we can shut this one off, put it back into its container. That was really cool. If you want to watch it again, Hold on, I'll let you guys watch that while I put the mic away. If you, you'll find this on the YouTube Shorts. I'll add some music to it, some music that YouTube will allow. So they give you a selection of tunes to choose from, which is really neat. Great that we got our 3D print. We still have our soldering video. Things have just been crazy this week, but it's still coming. It's coming. Look at that. And that's it. Kind of neat, huh? Gotta love it. Look at that. 3D print of the week. Love it. And it printed. It works. It's functional. It didn't break. I think this one my kid will like. Definitely. I give this one. Isn't it right? Tulsa. Tulskin. Tulsaskin. Yeah, isn't it? I love it. If you like fidgets, it's just really cool. Here, I'll show it under here again. Here, I'll let you watch the stop motion again, which is really cool. We try to do a stop motion video at the end of the prints. Thanks for hanging out too, so that it just brings it to another level to show the functionality of it. Not every print we can do this with a semi-automatic. No. With the spiral fidgets, maybe a short 10-second clip with those. It depends. We just try to have fun with it, make it entertaining, turn it into a YouTube short, and then sometimes folks are like, STL, please. Like, STL. I think it should be forbidden to post any 3D print, right, without sharing the STL file. Like, literally, like, then you don't have to see someone write in the comments, STL, please. That's happened. That's how I started with. I was like, oh my god, so cool. Where's CS? And they silence, radio silence. They never reply back. It's like they want it's my STL, it's my video. No one should be able to print this. I'm like, I just want the STL. I want to have that fidget too. That's kind of how the channel started too. I saw a lot of cool things that I like, and no one shared the secret. And I was like, you know what? I'll do it. I'll figure it out. And I became like an internet sleuth and just did it. Oh, this is so cool. Here, I'll let you see. Do you have a 3D printer? Tulsaskin. I wonder if he does 3D printing. Some cool vids on his channel, that's for sure. And I love flying videos, and that's like you really have to know what you're doing when you're flying a copter. Like, it's just intense. Same thing with the drone, but the drone's easier. Helicopter's more complex. This is just an infinity fidget. Basically, it just goes on and on and on and on, like you saw in the video, in the stop motion video. Anyway, that's it. That's the end of this 3D. Oh, interesting. Print of the week. I wonder which shape I'm gonna put it in to give to my kid. Maybe put it in. I mean, it does fold into fours, right? Put it into. Sometimes it's weird. They'll come to me and they're like, "Look, Dad, look what I made." I'm like, "What? I didn't even know the fidget can do that. It just set it infinity." And then the next thing you know, they come back with this weird shape / design that you never thought would have been possible. I'll leave it like that for them so that they can. Let me see. Oh yeah, there we go. Sandwiched, so it looks like that. Yeah, I was curious about the STL. Grandkids would love it. Yeah. I'll leave the STL. I forgot to put the STL in the link in the description because I was like, you should find if you want to follow along. There's a link in the description. Hold on, let's go here. Yeah, who does? Not even grandkids. A lot of times I print stuff for my kids, and I'm like, I want one too. So they're like, can I have one? And then like, can I have one? And then like, sure. And next thing I'm like, what about me? You know, like I want one too, and not for the props, just because they're just so fun. You know, and it only takes an hour to print. I don't know how many grandkids you got, but maybe 5 hours, 6 hours. Here, I'll get you the STL. Hold on. It's in Maker World. Maker World. And then we'll go. But I'll put it in the video description too, because a lot of guys on my stream try to share links, but it seems like YouTube doesn't let you. But I'll do both. So there it is. Print in place. And then we'll go here. Control X. And then we'll go back here. Go into YouTube. It's weird. Where are the chats? Oh, here. I'll give it to you. Hopefully it posts. If not, I'm gonna put it in the video. One moment, please. And then I'm just gonna go to edit video and put that here. What's it called? Oh wow, interesting. I love print in place because when it says print in place, that means it's gonna work, which is phenomenal. You know, sometimes it's just luck with other prints. 23 will never work. Free STL files. Let's see. I will just take that out and that, and then save that. And then we'll just go here into the metadata in case anybody wants to find it. And then go here. And voila. Now I'll just have to make a thumbnail for this. That takes a little bit of time. So maybe I have to take it out of the sandwich. Or interesting. Yeah, I think I'll have to take it out of the sandwich. Or you know what, I'll leave it in the sandwich mode and then just take a picture, and I'll do the thumbnail tomorrow since yeah, we'll just leave it sandwiched. Oh wow, interesting. Now it won't close. Oh, I have to put it into the flower mode. Okay, and then fold it and close it. Great. All right. Yeah, because in the room of creations is just our default thumbnail. All right. So now, I believe I appreciate it. Liked and subscribed. Oh, thanks a bunch. We got a new subscriber. Yes. So I'll give you the gist. We have Friday night flights, which I do with the drones. If it's raining, there won't be a Friday night flights. Unfortunately, the weather forecast calls for, let's see what the weather calls for. Unfortunately, rain on Friday. Let's see. Let's see if I can get a day. I hate when that happens. Let's do hourly, 10-day. We'll do weekend. Yeah, Saturday it's gonna rain. Bummer. Let me do 10-day. 10-day will work better because then we can just get a real gist of it, so you guys can see the forecast. So it looks like Friday night flights may not happen because look, tomorrow it's sunny, mostly cloudy, which is fine, but Friday is showers. Saturday Night Live Q&A, which is what we do. We answer all our questions and comments that people leave on videos live. And sometimes we do troubleshooting. Someone's having an issue with something not working, we'll fix it live. And then if it doesn't work for them, then there's nothing we can do. But and then every week we have a 3D print of the week. It's usually a fidget or something functional or something fun. It's always fun. Sometimes you might not like, but that's okay. You come back and we will have something for you. So it looks like, but oh man, Sunday I want to do the Nabisco plant, but it looks like not. If it's going to be showers, it says AM showers. Sunday the park is closed. Nabisco, New Jersey. There's the blue law, I think it's called, where All stores have to close. So if I want to buy something at the store, I have to go to freaking Manhattan to buy it because of the blue law that says the store, nothing, everything has to close on Sundays, which is a bummer. I've done that a couple of times where I just jump on the train and enjoy Manhattan. But that being said, which is why I could fly to the Nabisco plant, because it's closed, no one's working there, you're not flying over people, etc. I'm just flying the the site. But fortunately, if it's raining, I'll have to wait another week. But right now it's at a great place. I might go tomorrow and just capture the footage after. It'll look a little bit different, after 5 o'clock. It'll be different lighting. That's the only issue. And there's more traffic around that time. So I might lose that money shot. But that's okay. It is what it is. But it looks like tomorrow we may get something. We'll see. Time will tell. And that's it. That's the way the cookie crumbles. We're going to close that out. I saved that. I'll need to create a thumbnail, but you guys don't need to stay for that. And this is where we say goodbye. Anyway, welcome to the channel. I hope this video helped you. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them down below, or ideas for other videos. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time. So this is where we end with a flight. No helicopters, but some drone stuff. And there you go. Oh, wait, sorry. Where's our video?
Flying up above, we both need a little love. Hiding a million different things, waiting for the night time to see what it brings. And I'm still living deep in my head, and sometimes I feel my heart is dead. Maybe tonight I know we're not the same. I'm so tired